Hi everybody, my name is Joe Tyler and I'm the program coordinator for the Training and Development program at Penn State Harrisburg. In this video, I wanted to talk about the experience requirement, and in particular for students who are newly enrolled in the program as of this semester, fall 2014, or semesters subsequent to that. The experience requirement is the same as in the prior plan of study insofar as it requires you to have 240 hours or more of practical hands-on experience in our field of training and development. In the new plan of study, we've put together a process that for now we're calling the e-portfolio. First of all, we should talk a little bit about why we're doing an e-portfolio. There are really two fundamental reasons. One is that it's a way of kind of cohering your experience in the context of scholarly practice. It will help you build a professional identity as a scholar practitioner, in that it's an opportunity to house in one place both your practical hands-on experience and, on the other hand, the work that you'll be doing in the context of your plan of studies here in the Training and Development program. So what we want the e-portfolio to contain is sort of three elements: what you've accomplished in practice, what you've accomplished in the program, and really a way of looking at the relationship between the two. The other reason that we decided to go with an e-portfolio system for this new approach is that if you Google yourself, you may be surprised at what comes up. You could try it. Just Google your name and see what the internet has to say about who it thinks you are. The fact of the matter is, we can have control over our professional identities on the web, but it takes a little bit of time and it takes a vehicle. The e-portfolio is just such a vehicle. The idea of the e-portfolio is to also give you a reflective space in which you can think about what work you're doing, how it relates to the program, what work you're doing in the program, and how it relates to your professional identity and your practice. In the prior plan of study, we didn't have a lot of time for this kind of reflection built into the program. And so this is quite a big improvement in many ways. So let me take you through what will go into the e-portfolio and then how it works in the context of the experience requirement in the program. Okay, so the first piece of information that's going to go into your e-portfolio is going to be the student goal statement that you wrote when you applied for the program. Do you remember you wrote this little essay about why you wanted to be in the program, what was important about the field to you? And we used that as part of the admissions process, not only to make sure that you were a capable writer, since there's a considerable amount of writing in the program, but also to look at whether your professional goals were aligned with the program's content. That is, by coming to the program, would we be able to help you achieve those professional goals? And if you're here listening to this video, then it turns out that yes, there was actually a nice alignment between what you wanted to accomplish and our feelings about what the program could offer you. So that student goal statement is going to go right up front in your e-portfolio. There'll be a special place for you to upload that document. And so this is so that at the end of your time, you can look back at where you started, what you were saying, and you'll have a nice simple repository to go back and see, did you accomplish the things you wanted, or did the things that you wanted change by virtue of being in the program? The next element of the e-portfolio will be a record of the practical field experience that you have coming into the program. Some of you come into the program already working in the field. You have perhaps a number of years of experience in different aspects of the field under your belt, and you're coming to the program to deepen your understanding of your practice and build up some credentials in the field. So we want a place to recognize that you already have significant accomplishments. So a copy of your resume will go there along with samples of your work as appropriate. Obviously nothing that would reveal any proprietary information for any of your employers, but where it's possible for you to have small demonstration pieces of your work, whether it's online kinds of programs or instructor guides, student workbooks, that kind of thing, there'll be a place for you to upload those materials as well. There'll also be a place for you to record your practical field experience that you're accumulating as you're going through the program. So many of you will be working in the field, in various aspects of the field, even as you're studying. And one of the things we want to help you with is to look at the relationship between what you're doing at work and what you're learning about in your program of study. So as you're accumulating experience, you'll upload it into the ePortfolio system. There'll also be a space for a couple of letters of reference, some sort of testimonials to the fact that this is indeed your work and that you are a stellar contributor to the field in your various organizations. There'll also be a record of all of your coursework. So as you're going through each of your courses in the plan of study, you'll have an opportunity to upload project work that you've done there. This is particularly important if you don't have a lot of field experience. You want to be able to demonstrate that through your coursework here, you were able to produce samples, demonstration pieces of various kinds of work, online and traditional print-based kinds of efforts. This is not a place where you have to put up every research paper that you've produced, but if you make a small program in Captivate, for example, that's something that you might want to include a link to in your ePortfolio. Every semester, we'll be asking you to update your ePortfolio system with reflections on the coursework that you've done over the course of the semester and how it's influenced your thinking and your practice, if you have one already. How you think about yourself as a professional, what your professional identity is it changed in any way based on the work that you've done over the course of the last semester? Do you have particular ideas for integrating new approaches into your practice? So we'll be asking you to write a short reflective piece at the end of each semester. In your core requirement courses, you'll have time carved out in those classes to, at the end of every semester, to write those passages and get them uploaded. In your electives, you'll need to make your own time to be able to update that. Also, at the end of each semester, you'll be meeting with your advisor to sign off on your ePortfolio for that semester. Now, one of the things that ePortfolio does in this regard is encourage you to actually meet with your advisor. Our experience in the old program of study is that a lot of people didn't take good advantage of their advisor, their expertise and their knowledge about the way the program was designed. In those advising sessions, one of the things that you and your advisor will begin to talk about is the idea of whether or not you have enough experience documented in your ePortfolio to substantiate the experience requirement. If you and your advisor determine that you do not have enough experience documented in your ePortfolio to accommodate the 240-hour experience requirement, then you will be advised to sign up for an internship as an elective in your plan of study. It will become one of your training and development electives that are listed in the central part of your plan of study. The internship is a 3-credit course, and you sign up for it just like any other elective. The internship may be established in a couple of different ways. One way is that you may know of a place where you could get an internship, where you would have somebody who would be supervising your work, and your advisor would meet with that person, and the three of you together would establish the goals for the internship, the terms of the internship, and that sort of thing. Then you would engage in the internship. You would meet the requirements of completing an internship, and you would end up with a grade in the internship course, just like you would in any other elective class that you might choose. If in the course of your conversations with your advisor, it's agreed that, in fact, you have substantiated 240 hours of hands-on practical work in the field or more, then you are free to use your electives in any way that you see fit, and you do not have to take an internship course, although you may if you wish to. Some people come into the program, they have a lot of background, say, in instructional design, and partway through the program they begin to think, well, it would be really cool if I could get some experience in organizational development and change. And they decide, even though they have a lot of experience, they don't need to have the internship, that this, in fact, would be a very effective and productive way to use an elective choice. Okay, so that's the basic information on the ePortfolio. Now I just have one other thing I want to talk to you about before I let you go, and that is this contest. We've been calling the ePortfolio or the ePortfolio system, or the ePortfolio process, and I think it's a really boring way to talk about what is a very important tool and a very effective process that's embedded inside the training and development program in the new curriculum, and I would like it to have a better name. And so I was thinking about this, and Carlo's been working on the ePortfolio, and I thought, well, I'll just ask Carlo to give it a better name. But then I had a second thought, as I often do, and I thought, wouldn't it be more fun if we would have a contest and we would engage any students in the program who were interested in attempting to come up with a name that would sort of express the nature and intent of the ePortfolio process. And so we will have a prize if someone submits a name that we actually end up using. There will be a prize. I cannot reveal what that prize is at this time, but it will be better than a chocolate bar. That is what I can tell you at the moment. If you would like to participate in this contest and potentially win this a fabulous but rather mysterious prize, I encourage you to submit potential names, your suggestions, to me at my email, jat235@psu.edu, jat235@psu.edu. Just submit the name that you think would be a good name for the ePortfolio system. And if you submit a name and then you wake up in the dead of night and you think, oh, I have a better name, submit that one too. I need all the submissions by 9 p.m. on October 3rd. It's Friday, and so you get your submissions done by 9 o'clock, and then you have the rest of the evening free. I hope that you'll help us name the ePortfolio system something that will reflect the nature and intent, this idea of it being a repository, a reflective space, a way of you having a good and vibrant, customized and tailored presence on the web that will transcend your time in the program and be useful to you for some period of time to come as you work through your professional experience outside of the program as well. That's all I have for you for now. I look forward to getting those name suggestions October 3rd, 9 o'clock. Don't forget. Thanks. Bye.